It is all over at the Bernabeu, and Manchester City's wait for Champions League glory goes on. The most dramatic of finishes in normal time, Darren Ambrose, and it's cost them.
Absolutely incredible. You didn't think the first leg could get better, and it did. And I thought it was over. I think everyone thought it was over. Jules and Simon with me, they thought it was over. 1-0, 5-3 on aggregate. I mean, Pep Guardiola's walking on the pitch now, a wry smile on his face, but you know he's absolutely devastated. And on the flip side, Carlo Ancelotti looks like he's in tears. He looks that happy. It's devastating for Manchester City. I'd have loved to have seen an all-English final, but it's not to be.
Yeah, and you just can't. I mean, we're seeing pictures here of Benzema hugging people. You just can't rule Real Madrid out in Europe. We saw it against Chelsea. It looked like they were done and dusted in the last leg. They somehow turned it on late and came back to win that one. And they've done it again. And you mentioned the Jack Grealish chance. You mentioned the defender sliding and blocking things on the line. That was when they were losing the tie. Yep. Those little moments that you look back on. Manchester City players won't sleep tonight, will they? They'll be thinking, if only that happened, if only that happened. That
is a team that's not given up in Real Madrid. And Courtois looked like he was turning around to pick the ball out of an empty net, and Ferland Mendy has cleared the ball off the line. And like you said, that was 5-3 on aggregate. 2 minutes later, they're 5-5. They're going into extra time. That was as important as the goals, that clearance off the line. They won't sleep tonight. They won't sleep for a while, but they have to. And they've now got a huge Premier League that they need to win. If they don't win the Premier League and they don't win nothing, it'll be a terrible season for them. So they need to focus everything now onto the Premier League. But credit to Real Madrid, they never gave up.
Yeah, we're going to get onto that Premier League in just a minute. Just lastly on this game, where does this rank in kind of last-minute dramas? I mean, and comebacks, because we think of Manchester United against Bayern Munich when they won in '99. We think of the Liverpool-Barcelona. This is right up there, isn't it?
This is very much up there, and the whole knockout stages have been up there really with Real Madrid. You look at Paris Saint-Germain, you look at Chelsea, you look at today. What they've done in the last few games has been phenomenal. So they deserve to be going to the final. Manchester City will be disappointed, but this is Real Madrid's night, and now they head on to what will be a fantastic game against Liverpool. Yeah,
you said you thought that Liverpool might have too much for them, but those games that you mentioned, the PSG, the Chelsea, this one, does it not seem written in the stars that once again Real Madrid in Europe, it could be their year?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, if Liverpool play like they did in the first half at Villarreal, I mean, Real Madrid probably could, but I just can't see that happening. And on the flip side, if Real Madrid play like they did in most of the first halves in the last games we spoke about, I think Liverpool will be out of sight. But you can never rule out Real Madrid. This is their competition. Carlo Ancelotti, brilliant. And I'm disappointed for Manchester City, but the celebrations that Real Madrid are having, it's going to be a great night in Paris.
OK, you mentioned the Premier League. Manchester City have to pick themselves up. They've got your old boys, Newcastle, on Sunday, who have been flying high themselves. They will be no pushover. Liverpool didn't find them a pushover. So how does Pep kind of regroup? Because if they slip up there, that could be Premier League gone as well.
Yeah, of course. It's going to be disappointing. A disappointing few evenings probably for the players, for Pep Guardiola. But like I said, they have to win the Premier League now. It's still in their hands. Big games, big 4 games. But you look at Liverpool, they've got the FA Cup final to look forward to. They've got this to look forward to, the Champions League final. If Manchester City don't win the Premier League, it's a poor season by their standards, and there's going to be questions asked. So they have to regroup, they have to go again, and I can't see them slipping up in the Premier League. I think it's theirs for the taking, but a night like tonight's going to take a lot out of them.
Yeah, and Pep widely seen as one of the greatest managers ever, isn't he? Although he's not without some criticism. Last year in the final against Chelsea, there was criticism, wasn't there, of different things. Could he have done anything different tonight? He hasn't won this competition since he was at Barcelona. Will people point fingers? Is that just the life of a football manager?
Of course it's the life of a football manager. Supporters will point fingers. No doubt the media will point fingers. You know, Kevin De Bruyne getting substituted. Mahrez, who looked to be the match winner, he was getting substituted. Maybe you keep your best side on. We don't know if there was a few injuries. We don't know. But if there wasn't, there will be questions asked as to why he made those substitutions, which is frustrating for him. But he's a top manager. He'll come back strong, and no doubt they'll be back again next season.